Hi folks, welcome to the Horde. Back for another weekend. So it's about 11 a.m. May 31st, 17.7 degrees centigrade. Check this out. My batteries are actually charged. 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's see, what am I up to? Just finished a 3-day run at work. So I got home a little early because today's my birthday. Folks, thanks for all the kind birthday wishes that I've already received. And yeah, appreciate them. So I kind of got a nice gift from my wife, a nice water bottle, and she gave me some money. I always like getting money because that means I could buy more toys. And a nice card, and she's taking me out to lunch. I don't know, probably some of you folks have heard of it, the Culinary Institute of America. It's located on the Hudson River, just above Poughkeepsie. I guess it's called Hyde Park in that where it is. Well, yeah, I guess it's considered Hyde Park. Marist College is in Poughkeepsie, and it's the next one up, so let's call it Hyde Park. And if you keep going, I guess you get to Bard College next. So we're gonna head on upriver and head there. She's once again taking me for lunch. But in the meantime, I kind of threw myself my own little eBay birthday party. Not that I did get some frivolous stuff. You see a little weed whacking around here. I'm trying this year's weed whacker, I'm gonna call it. I've gone with the Ryobi. This is that 1 plus 18 volt thing. I've had a bunch of gas powered weed whackers, and literally I'm gonna say a bunch, because they seem to last me about a year. And then they get into trouble. I have trouble with the string. I have trouble with the motor. I've had the 2-cycle ones. I've had the 4-cycle ones. And quite honestly, excuse my parental guidance, they're just a pain right in the ass. So I decided to try this electric guy. And part of it was $70. Part of the reason why I bought it is it uses the the all-in-one, which is the same as my drills. So when it soils itself, when it dies, as they all seem to die, I at least have the charger and the battery left over to use elsewhere. When the other ones die, they just take up space. So trying out the Ryobi 18 volt 1 plus weed whacker. We'll see how it works. Just from a point of view, it's very light. Once again, I did a little weed whacking right here, and it seems to work, seems effective. So we'll see. It claims it runs for an hour. I normally, if I weed whack for 15 minutes, I get pretty bored with the whole thing and stop. So, an hour would be a real good thing. I seem to always have some 1 plus batteries ready to go. So, hopefully it makes my life a tad easier. Got a 200S seat. It's got a few little issues, though not too bad. I think this was $30. I added just needed another seat to add to the fleet. I've decided that I am gonna bring that bike back together again. The 200S that I got from Fussy Guy. Well, that's not a 200S. You can see a battery compartment on it. This is the 200S. This is the 200S from Fussy Guy. I'm going to clean it up and bring it back. The frame's in really nice shape. I managed to find a deal on the ball bearings to put the neck back together again. I got a couple of forks floating around. This one came with the back plastic, and here's a front fender for it. It came with a seat, but there's another seat. So, and I got the rear end. So honestly, I'm going to put this together. This will be a pieces parts bike, but I've decided to put this one together. And though I'm not going to put that frame together, that 200M frame, or at least not at this moment, I've decided not to cut it up also. Once again, it's in too good a shape. I got a bunch of frames back in the junkyard, you know, behind the shed, so I'll grab one of those to cut up to use as my my engine test fixture. So that covers that stuff. And lastly, this was a $20 item. Just to back up a little so you guys can hopefully see the whole thing. I did not win this trophy. Dream Mountain Raceway, first place, 1986. By 1986, I was out of high school for 10 years. As a matter of fact, I was done with college and I was already working. As a matter of fact, I was working for 5 years. So, yeah, 86 was my 10-year reunion. It was also the year my older son was born. So I actually could not be racing three-wheelers. I think 86 or so was about when they also ended racing three-wheelers. Somebody out there who was actually in the circuit could tell me yes or no on that. But I think the insurance companies got in there and made them stop at about that time frame. I was a little for me, it was a little too late. Between being busy with college, then busy with work, and then, you know, with the kids, yeah, it just, you know, I was probably like 3-4 years too old to really be, you know, in the racing days, which obviously is a shame. But anyway, yeah, I saw the trophy, and not that I was really after the trophy. You know, trophy doesn't mean anything. But what I really liked was this part, right? That's pretty cool. Guy on a three-wheeler. So, anyhow, something to add to my junk. Yeah, I was the winner up at Dream Mountain in my dreams. So, what am I up to today? This is my great wake-up video. I think I want to start with this guy and see what kind of trouble I'm in. I'm going to pull the tie rod and see if I could weld it. All this stuff was ordered before last week, and my eBay balance is running a little high, so I'm kind of I kind of have to stop putting stuff on my eBay account for a month or so. So I got to see if I can't fix that tie rod, or I'll borrow one from elsewhere. I want to try to get that engine running so that I know what kind of shape I'm in. I'm talking about the 125, by the way. So I want to turn that hopefully into a running bike, so I know what I have. So I want to get that done. And basically what I'm trying to do for 2014, I'm trying not to just blindly add bikes to the horde. So to that end, I got to do something with that. I got to do something with the 250 ES behind it. The 125 three-wheeler here, ATC 125. You guys know I got it running, and then when I discovered the clutch appeared to be wiped out, I kind of stopped working on it, but I need to get back to it and figure out what else is going on with it, or make a decision to turn it into parts, dig up another engine to put on it, and go forward that way. So there's that, and then there's the last but not least is the China 50cc quad, the $50 Wonder. I got to dig up my starter and throw it on there, or order a starter and throw it on there. If I don't have one here on those two bikes that are in the reefer box, I got to dig up a starter, buy one, another eBay purchase, making my wife happy, and get it on there, because I want to see what its story is. And then I want to put some batteries to that electric, disabled chair thing, and see what its story is, whether it's going to become something I take apart and do something stupid with, or get it fixed up and offer it to my buddy's wife as to try it out, see if she can't beat about on it for a little while, get another few miles out of it. So that's about it with the plans. Let's see how far I get. I'm probably not going to shoot another video today. This will be it. My wife has a piano recital tomorrow, so I will have some time in the morning to kind of fudge and fuss around with things. I had somebody recommend using brake fluid and a Scotch-Brite pad to take that off, to take the blue off. For this one, I did some scrubbing with one of those, with some sandpaper, 600 grit wet dry. And this one here, I kind of used a razor blade. This one I used a razor blade for like 30 seconds and got that much off. This one here, I used that paper for like 10 minutes and got that much off. So my temptation is to stick with the razor blade and then touch it up with the 600 grit wet dry, and then put some of that Meguiar's buff to it. But maybe I'll try his brake fluid technique and see if it's any good. If it melts the fenders, I won't be happy with him. Okay, in the meantime, I was asked for a video on tractors, on the fleet of tractors, and I've kind of made a couple of those where I kind of talked about it. Probably what I should do is just to solid up the plans a little bit on each one, because I have been putting some thought to it. Specifically, I should think about what's staying in here in the garage because it's got some value, or it's somewhere near the top of the list, which means the first 50% of the list to do something with, and what should be moving out. I mean, as an example, that guy, that Sears, I kind of want to move it out of here. I'd also like to move this guy out of here. It's just going to be a parts tractor, so if I could get that out back. Some of the other stuff, the International, the Bolins, that guy, I want them to stay. I want the Bolins with the snowblower to come in here, because I actually want to get that thing running. I gotta make life easier in the winter for getting rid of snow. The snowblower I got did a wonderful job this winter, but it's a lot of work. I will use a snowblower if I have to, but why use a snowblower if you can just fire up a tractor and use that? For the Bolins, I'm debating between the 10 horsepower and this China guy. I think this China is a 13. So I don't know what gives me more horsepower. 13 horsepower China, or a 10 horsepower Briggs. I don't know if anybody has an opinion. The 10 horsepower Briggs is that older one, the one I got at the market. I showed you guys that one. So yeah, I'm not sure which one would actually move more snow. Probably what I'll do is I'll get the Tecumseh off and figure out which one of these fits better, which one would require less work, and just smash that one on. The Briggs is a little bit more closer from a time period and accuracy and all that kind of stuff, right? The Briggs is, I mean, at least it's an American-made motor going on an American-made tractor. It's a little new. It's from the 90s, and I think that tractor's from the 60s, but this is from 2010, 11, 12, 13. So it's made in China, so it's nowhere near appropriate. I jammed that huge oversized Kohler in there, but there's no way it's going to fit. Anyway, I'm babbling. I've wasted 15 minutes of your lives. I do appreciate you guys coming by and watching my channel. I do really appreciate the subscriptions, folks. If you watch me but you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Also, please comment. I do enjoy the comments, and occasionally even the comments of, why do you keep buying more crap? You're drowning in it. Because it does keep me a tad more honest. I've already mentioned I've taken in no tractors this year, and I've managed to, I'm trying to cut down to just 12 bikes, trying to average 12. And for the 12 I take in, I'm trying to do something with them real time, not just add to the horde. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Also this year I've gone backwards and processed some stuff that was hanging in the horde. This one has been floating around for years, and finally, I got it in, I got it started, and so forth. That one, the 250 ES, had been floating around for years and years, and once again, finally, I got it, out of the garage. This was last year. This was 2013, and I got fired up. So there are some of them I'm moving forward and making progress with, but others, obviously, I need to kick it into gear and get it rolling. Even that Mojave there with the 200S motor on it, it had been floating around for years and years. Finally, last year I turned it into a roller and I got the engine started, but I do need to finish it up, the front motor mounts and all, and get that thing back into the fray. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, your head up. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Once again, be safe and happy. Bye.